Hey folks, this is Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and today we're taking a look at this. This is a new flashlight by XIAOMI. This is the XIAOMI UPin, is their model or family name of the type of things. But the BEEBEST FZ101 or FZ101 if you're in the States. It's got a zoom feature, so the whole thing zooms out. So when it's closed, it's got a narrow 7.7 degree beam, and when you pull it out, it's got a wide 40 degree flood beam that works quite well. It's actually very good. I used to have some very cheap, this $8, $9 flashlights that have this zooming feature. Those things were complete garbage because they got loose and soft in here. I've opened and closed this thing at least 200 times, and it's still just as perfect as it was before. A great degree of resistance, and it stops wherever you leave it and it stays there. But now I'm getting into the review, so why don't I just say this 1000 lumen magnetic tail clip clicky button flashlight, 1000 lumens. I think you might be interested, so stick around for the full review coming at you right now. Okay, so I've got some outdoor footage of the box. I already got rid of the box. I got this flashlight just shortly before I started doing the Christmas season, holiday season slowdown. So I don't have the box any longer, but I'll show you all the parts that came with it. We've got this BEEBEST adapter ring, and what that is it's a good ring. You can see those little bits of lines in there just to create some friction. It's a clamp system, so if you tighten up on here, basically if you've got any type of like a GoPro mounting system, anything that's remotely like that, you put this on there and you can use this as a nice bicycle flashlight or a helmet flashlight, a number of different ways that you can use this using this feature. So you've got that comes with it. I still have the nice little Ziploc bag here. Let's pull out the things that are in here still. There we go. You've got this silicone rubbery kind of lanyard, which is actually quite nice. And there's the little threaded part, and that goes in there. So you can weave that through there and use that. I don't use these lanyards very often, so I'm just going to leave it in brand new condition sitting there. You get it with this USB-C charge cable, so you can use that to charge it. You can charge it from a battery pack, but you cannot charge other devices from this. So it's not a charger. Here's the port for it, the USB-C port, and you lift up on the side that's got the icon of the stroke of lightning, and you turn it and you plug it in there, and there's a little LED there that shows you when it's charging. So, and that works just great. And you get this feature, they're calling it the camp lamp. And what it is it slides on here, and it's got just the right amount of resistance on there. That's not going to accidentally fall off easily at all. And so if I turn it on, it acts like a nice little flood kind of a light that provides a lot of, in a room, in a tent or whatever. The cool thing about this is since the tail is magnetic, you can stick it just about anywhere you want. It still goes through all the features. There's the SOS. And so I'm doing it on here so you can see exactly how quickly it goes without having to wash out the whole camera, the whole screen. So that's the SOS mode, and it's got a very low mode, a moonlight mode. They're not telling you how many lumens that is, but that will last for about 40 hours on a charged battery. And then it's got the low, medium, and 1000 lumens, and they don't tell you what those other lumens are. And then you've got the strobe. So that's all those features. Why don't I, before I give you the rest of the specs, take you outside and show you what this thing looks like in the good old outdoors at nighttime. Well, it's a fairly bright evening. The moon is close to full, but let's see what we can get with our little light here. Turn it on there. Wow, look at that. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus somewhere. There we go. That looks a bit better. Quite the big wide beam, and what you can see is the edge of the beam is quite distinct, and that's because of the shape of the lens. So it's quite different than most of the other lights that I've been reviewing, but quite bright. Let's see if we can change the brightness here. There you go. That was up a step. Strobe. I'm not sure if the camera can catch that or not. The frequency might be just right with that. And here we got the SOS. And of course, that's at the full brightness, just like the strobe was. And let's go down. This is the lowest intensity. You can see quite well. And there's the building. That's about 2 yards away. Go a little bit brighter. Again, that distinct circle, a little bit brighter yet. And that was the full brightness before we got to the strobe. So it just cycles through those, and that's pretty good. It also does have memory, so that's a good feature. So there we go. Let's walk around a little bit and see what the lowest looks like in terms of the amount of light that we can get. There's a fence, bird feeder. So that's the lowest. We go up one, quite bright, up another, and the very brightest and the second from the brightest are very different. So let's go up one more. Maybe you'll notice it. Probably you won't. There it is. And so that's what we got. Not bad. Let's walk on over to my... Oh, that other light went off now, so I'll stay behind this here. So looking across, you can see there's my elm tree at the far end of the house. Let's go up. You can see some of it there. It's a pretty wide beam there. But yeah, not bad at all. The fence over there, I'll measure that, and so I'll tell you how far that fence is away from where I'm standing. The fence just behind the tree, just so you can get a better idea of how bright this is. Not bad at all, if you ask me. Okay, so we're back inside. You have to see what that looks like. I just grabbed one of my little dumbbell weights just to show you that, yeah, it's got that magnet right there. And the magnet, you know, just holds the light on. No problem at all. Works very well that way. It's a good, strong magnet. You would think that it feels odd without having any texture on the outside. It's got an aluminum casing here, but actually it feels very, very good in hand. The thing is about 12 centimeters long, which is about 4 3/4 of an inch long, and it's about 2.5 centimeters wide this way. That's just under an inch. So that tells you about the size of this thing. It weighs about 350 grams. No, wait a minute. I'm going to double check that. I'll put the weight on the screen right here of the light. It's got a built-in battery, so you can't take the battery out unless you want to destroy the thing. Well, unless you're really good at putting things back together. So it's got a built-in battery, 2600 milliamp hour battery, and it is waterproof, IPX6, so it's totally splash proof, and it can spend a little bit of time in shallow puddles and it'll be just fine. So I've mentioned all the different specs to it on this thing. Oh, I didn't tell you what the chip is, the LED chip they've got in there. It's the CREE XPL-H chip on there. So it's a good quality LED chip. It's got a proven history. How much are you going to pay for this thing? You can buy it for about $33.99 US, or in Canadian dollars, it's about $46.59. So it's within that budget number that we're using on Canadian Cutting Edge for this year. And it's easily available. I got mine from Banggood. So this is where this came from. So if you'd like to get one of these, I've got a link down below so you can buy it from Banggood. It will track under my name, and so I'll also get a tiny bit of a commission, and they'll be able to see if my videos are getting any actual response in terms of sales. So there you go. This is the XIAOMI BEEBEST FZ101 flashlight, and I'm liking it an awful lot. thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And remember, guys, if you've got something to do, do it the best you can. Have a good one. Bye for now.